Hello friends, it's Miss Dom, and today we are going to be talking about perspective and point of view. So I have this little handout here pictured in the slide that I'm in down below, and it says on there that perspective is the way that we see things, the 3 points of view, and this is in terms of art, not opinion points of view. But the 3 points of view would be bird's eye, normal, and bug's eye view. And so when we draw, most of the time we're drawing from a normal point of view because that's how we see the world. A bird's eye view might be how you would see the world if you're a drone flying in the air, or you're an airplane and you're looking out the window, or you're a really tall building. You're looking from above down below. So we're going to try and shift our brain and think about how the world looks from a bird's eye view. The other way that we might view the world is bug's eye view, where you're on the ground and you're seeing everything looking up. And that's something a little bit different. So you'll also notice that down below, you'll see a few examples, city bird's eye view, some actual birds, and a forest bird's eye view. And then on the right, you'll see an example of work of art from the North Carolina Museum of Art. And those are some birds flying above what appears to be a river or a stream. And so let's start by thinking about that forest. Okay, so I'm gonna start drawing with my little Jamboard here. And here's gonna be the clearing in the forest. And in that clearing, you'll notice in that illustration, there's a little person that's sort of laying there. And they're looking up into the forest. All right, a little hard to draw on the computer. But you get the idea, okay? They're wearing a stripy shirt. All right, so they're looking up into the forest, and all around them are trees. Now, what you will notice is what's different about this viewpoint, we have the vanishing point on the ground. In other words, if you're up in the sky, the things that are on the ground are going to appear smaller. So if we were doing the normal eye view, the tree trunk would be the widest part of the tree. But you'll notice in that illustration, the tree trunks are like arrows. They're coming out like this. Because in this case, the bottom of the tree is farther away. The trunk of the tree appears much smaller. And then you've got these treetops. So you might have some branches out here. And then you've got your treetops all around. Okay. We'll add a few branches here and there. Maybe we'll add our bird sitting on the branch. So on. Okay, so that's one way to think about bird's eye view. Okay, and of course you could add other, trees here with more foliage or leaves kind of coming around, and of course you can color it in. But you get the idea. Okay, so in this case, the tree trunks are the opposite of what we normally think of being skinniest down on the ground, or being widest down on the ground and skinnier up at the top. It's the opposite, so skinnier down below because you're looking from above. Okay, and we'll draw a normal looking tree another time. But maybe you don't want to do trees. You don't have to. So let's try something else. Another way you could do a bird's eye view is by creating what sort of looks like a map. If you think about it, a map, when you look at a map, you're looking at a bird's eye view. So you might have a road here, and maybe the road veers off from over here. Maybe there's another road going this way. Okay. And then if you're looking from a bird's eye view, you might see the tops of the buildings. So you'll see mostly the top of the building, maybe a little bit of the side of the building. And again, as the building goes down, that building gets smaller. And so on. So you might have a pool in the backyard here. You might have, you have a pool, you gotta have a little fence. So let's make a little fence around the yard here. And of course, walkways and driveways and things like that. Okay. So there's another way to think about if you're in a neighborhood, that bird's eye view is going to look different. So let's clear that one. And let's do another fun one. Let's imagine we're at the beach. So here we have the water and we have the ocean. And the waves are curling around. And you might see a boat. You might see the tops of the heads of the people in the boat. And so on, kind of looks like a ski boat. Maybe you have another rectangle shaped boat. Maybe some people in it. Okay, so there's my ocean. And then we could have the beach here where you might see rectangles. You might see a beach umbrella. You might see people walking on the beach, maybe picking up a shell, and so on. Okay. And then once again, if you're the bird, you're up in the sky, so you're going to be really big. Because it's the bird's eye view, this little person that's walking around, let me give them some legs here. This little person that little person is really tiny compared to the bird because you're looking at things from the bird's eye view. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can approach this. My drawings are really quick just to give you some ideas. I'd like you to go a little slower and take your time. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine obviously isn't perfect, but think about what colors you would see. Think about where you would be flying if you were that bird, what kind of bird you might be. So again, there's some ideas on this slide. You're welcome to search for other resources if you want to draw a particular kind of bird. You can look for a picture of that bird, do a search. But find a piece of paper, think about what you would like to draw. You can color it in if you would like, and if you want to share it with me, you can email me. And let's give drawing from a bird's eye view a try. So have fun drawing your bird's eye view, and I'll see you next time.